What's going on, everybody? The Glad Dad back in the booth once again here on the production and the commentary with my co-commentator and race analysis here tonight, Mike McKinnon. Mike, how are we doing?
We are fantastic, Adam. How are we doing down south there, buddy?
Oh, man, it's the rain has stopped and the heat has taken its place. So all in all, not too well.
Yeah, that heat, that's going to get here next week up to Illinois. So I'm not looking forward to it. So hopefully it'll get on in and get on out.
That's right, no doubt about it. Welcome in, folks. This is the Outcast Motorsports Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds Truck Series here. Race number 1 of a 13-week season at Daytona for 60 laps tonight. It's going to be a hoot as we have got, let me check, and yeah, 35 trucks here. So we've reached the maximum for tonight. So if anybody else gets in, they're going to have to qualify their way in. But man, we've already got a ton of people here in the chat saying what's up and hello from Texas, and man, a bunch of fans out there tonight. So welcome in. Go grab you a snack of choice, and yeah, a nice drink there. Let's show our cams right now. There we go. We're going to start here on the top row. Starting with the top left, we've got Ronnie Welchel running the BR as usual as he waves to the crowd. Top middle, we've got Rob Williams. Michael Cordray in the top right. There we go. With the peace sides. Got his hard hat on. He's ready for some flipping. And the middle left, burning it down, is Rob Hamilton. The middle is James Greedy, not at his desk right now, not in his MC. And Steve Giberson, middle right, also on VR, same as Ronnie Welchel. Nice rigs they've got there. Jacob Answorth, bottom left. Eric Johnson, bottom middle. And David Vodicka, bottom right. Sounds like I'm calling out something from Call of Duty or Halo. Top mid, yeah. Anyway, appreciate these guys getting on track here and on the cams, showing our beautiful faces, and Cordray with that orange hard hat there. Hopefully he doesn't sustain any kind of head injury tonight.
Yeah, is that a bad sign already, Adam? I mean, the man's ready for combat.
And it seems that way as we've got somebody else in here. Joel Kurth looks like he's going to join us as the 36th driver. So somebody's going to have to qualify their way in here.
Yeah, somebody's going to go home.
As we got less than 2 minutes left here in qualifying, let's get on track here, throw the grid up or the tower, and go through some of these drivers on track right now.
Get a look at a few guys here. I got to learn them all again, folks. I started last night, got a few new paint schemes, so I got to learn everybody again.
We're about to help you.
Also,
we've got Jeff Trapasso here in the 45, returning for season 5, and just behind him there, got to scroll a little bit, we've got Jacob Answorth still in the 74 from last night. Mike, these drivers usually run the same number for all the series there.
That'll help.
Yep, so it'll definitely help you out. But there's Jacob Answorth there pushing Jeff Trapasso. Just behind him, we've got Josh Yarbrough here with Trash Can Racing in the 77. And then behind him, see if we can find him real quick. There he is right there, Steve Giberson in the 60. See what Steve can do tonight. And then my mentor here on the road course side of things is Charles Wilson. The guy's going to be fast tonight, so watch out. And who do we have on track as well? We've got Rob Williams in a different part of the track in the 61 from Lynchburg, Virginia, and just ahead of him, let's see if we can find him, Drew Calvert in the 43. Sean Wilson out on track. And Carson Youngblood with Youngblood Racing. And the Bulldog, Ian Montrose, getting ready to get out on track here. And let's see who else we have. I think we've covered everybody. Oh, no. As qualifying has taken its place. Now there was one truck left to click, and that was David Force.
So this is my first time where somebody actually has to go home. That is going to be sad for someone. Looking forward to seeing this, though. These time trials here. We got, pretty elevated track temp up there, pretty good. Other temperature, not too bad, 82 on the ambient. But this thing is showing the 123.8 degrees. Is that right? Oh, my goodness.
Says track temp.
Slippy slidey.
Track temp, Mike, on the screen right now on the tower is 125. So that's pretty spicy, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, it's going to make the trial real interesting this evening.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, David Forrest out on track right now. Christopher Jones, we seen him last night in the 39 machine with some really good pushes there. That's Tank Man there in the Twitch stream. But we're going to see what Christopher Jones has for him tonight. And Ronnie Welchel on track in that beautiful Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds paint scheme. Done by not yours truly, but the one, the only Drew Kuhn with Pinnacle Wraps. And Rob Williams on track now as well. Got a handful of people. There's Michael Cordray in the Alani number 72 Toyota Tundra. And let's take a look at this guy right here, new to the league as well, William Ligotti.
Nice visible number for me. I can remember that one.
Oh, yeah. And Bob Redeker in a no paint scheme.
Yeah, this man is searching for some sponsors down here at Daytona to make it to the season.
I'll sponsor him here. Outcast Motorsports Network. Pinnacle Wraps, reach out to Rob Redeker and get him a paint scheme here, and I will cover any cost to get him looking snazzy if he's going to run. If he's going to be a part-time driver, then I may redact my statement. But if he's going to look snazzy out there, that by all means I'll cover whatever cost it is. On track, let's see. Looks like Jones with the fastest.
Right now is Jones. Yep. 51.485 time to beat. Closest to it, Ronnie Welchel. He's 51.51, so only 3/100ths off. That is nothing more than a little twitch of the wheel.
That's it. Welchel a little off the bottom, trying to get some nice entry down into turn 3. You know, when I qualify, and I'm gonna toot my own horn here. Toot toot. As I say this, there's good Josh Yarbrough. But I like to ease up out of the corners and then dive back down in the corners, just to use kind of the banking as leverage, as more momentum. I tend to get a faster lap there each and every time, no matter what car I'm in. It seems to help.
Yeah. See Carson Youngblood there. He goes 51.40, and he's followed by Ian Montrose in second there, 51.41. Myself, and I don't know if the guys here understand this, I don't think there's a penalty for going below the yellow line and qualifying as you come through the trial. Well, some guys will try that. You might see a 0.3 difference when they do it.
Yeah, something like that. It's close. Brian Matthews returning here, as he is 12th fastest right now. Looks like Ronnie Welchel going to 3rd. Who else do we have here turning some laps? Jeff Trapasso on track right now, getting ready to complete his first lap.
Markland says we need a nightly call-in show, Adam.
I was just reading that. I was about to say that. You're on the same page. Same page as I am. Yeah, nightly call-in show. That's hilarious. Y'all know, I think that Matt Markland, he needs to... That's right. You're on the air?
Yeah, that would be great, right?
Make it like the old times.
I would. throw my hat in for doing a podcast if that will help the league out some. Y'all let me know if you might be interested in that. I can do interviews with a few guys. We can get them up on Discord and put them into the stream, stuff like that. Little news, maybe a couple little highlight reels, which that takes forever to do, but you might be able to do something like that.
That's right. And you cannot go below. I was going to mention this earlier, but you cannot go below the yellow line at any point.
Okie dokie. I know I've tried it a few times. Let's put it that way.
Oh, who has it? There's Charles Wilson, currently 24th. We'll see what he's going to do. I'm going to think about a 15th place. Oh, there's 14th. That's good enough there. As James Greeny in 3 and 4.
Man on the bubble right now, Brandon Brock at 52.04. I'm not real happy with that number.
Not at all.
I'm assuming that's his first lap. I get it.
Brock will go up here. Yeah, there he is right there, finishing in 5th now. So way secure here. As Joel Kurth. Hey, how about this? Joel Kurth from another league. This guy right here. He's the guy to watch tonight, Mike. This guy's really, really good at any kind of drafting track they go to. I promise you, he's going to be up front.
Oh, he went below the line.
Yep. Cannot go below the yellow line. So the time will be disallowed for Joel Kurth. Unfortunately.
That might be our guy that has to go home. I mean, that would be a shame.
Well, it is in the rules, no doubt about it.
Yeah, every league's different. I think the league I'm in, you're allowed to do it in qualifying. Just not, you can't do it during the race and improve your position, but I think they let you do it in qualifying.
Well, the thing about Outcast is consistency is key. We don't allow one thing in one section and then not allow it in the other.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't disagree with that at all.
Yep, just causes too much confusion. There goes Tim Boyce there.
The gold bowling truck in Wisconsin, man. I'm not surprised by that one, or Brunswick, or whatever he puts on there.
Yep, I love me some Tim Boyce. Super cool guy. Sent my family some flowers a few weeks back as we had suffered a loss in our family, and really showed him and Jordan really showed love to my family and I. We definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, it's fantastic when leagues come together like that. The league I'm in, we had a guy suffer a little bit of a heart attack. Didn't really hurt him too bad, but the medical expenses got up. He was trying to sell his rig, and within about an hour and a half, we had the money he wanted for his rig and sent it to him. So, yeah, these leagues are families.
That's right. No doubt about it. There goes Brian B-Dubs Welchel on the track here, crossing the start-finish line. That's going to complete his second lap. Where's it going to put him? Looks like 26th fastest right now. So should be good. Everybody has turned a lap as well.
Yeah, it looks like our man that went below the line, Joel Kurth, may end up not getting a chance.
That is very likely. As Brian Zemer snuck in on me, and currently second.
Man on the cut line right now, Cody is it Sigel Oliver?
Yep, that's right. Cody Sigel Oliver, like Siegel.
There we go, Siegel. He ran at 51.68, so he is the man on the cut line right now.
Wilson done, as we've got 30 seconds left here in qualifying, and then we're going to get down to the starting grid, and boy, oh boy, do we have a full field tonight.
Yeah, we're going to have two guys going home. Looks like Cody Siegel Oliver, he missed it by about 8/100ths of a second to make the top 35. And then we'll have to see how the ruling with Joel Kurth rounds out. That well, no, that'll be 35 either way. No. One of these, he'll get in. It'll be probably the Joel Kurth will have to be dealt with, I guess.
All right. Now it is time for the main event here as these trucks get lined up on pit road. So with that being said, let's get down to the grid. Starting on the front row here, the 16 of Carson Youngblood, and to his outside, Brian Zemer. In row number 2, Ian Montrose with Joel Kurth. Taking over row number 3, Ronnie Welchel and Josh Yarbrough. In row number 4, Brandon Brock with Terry Litweiler. And row 5, Drew Calvert and Tim Boyce.
That'll bring us to row 6. We'll see Bob Redeker. He'll be alongside Jacob Ainsworth. He had a great run last night. Row 7 be Eric Johnson, last night's winner. He'll be P13. Next to David Vodka, who pushed him to the win there, P14. Row 8, see Josh Newman in the 4 machine. He'll be next to Dalton Hall in the familiar 34. Row 9, that'll bring us to David Forrest. He'll be next to Christopher Jones. Had a great run last night, just unfortunate. Row 10, we see Jeff Trapezo, and he'll be next to the 29 of Michael Richardson.
Starting in row 11, Brian Matthews with Charles Wilson in that 57 machine. Row 12, 23rd, Sean Wilson with William Ligotti, starting in 24th position. In row 13, Michael Cordray, Jordan Massey. Row 14, Brian Welchel with Jeremy Ingold. In row 15, Steve Kyverson with Rob Williams.
Now bring us to row 16, around out the field. We got Rob Hamilton in the 1. He'll be in P31. He'll be next to Robert Day in the 63. Row 17, we're going to see, looks like James Greeny, and he'll be next to Shannon Donathan in the 30. Bring us to row 18, and to finish it up, we'll have David Duvall in next to Cody Siegel Oliver. That'll round out your field of 36 machines.
And let's take a look here. Let's get the tower up on the screen here and take a look at the weather to start this thing. So we're down 15 degrees from qualifying now, as these drivers take to the track here to start off lap number 1 of 60, 110 degree track temp. The wind is about half of what it was last night. It was about 14, 15 miles per hour. Now it's about 5 to 6, but in the same direction. So looks like we're going to go around one more time here.
Yeah, try to get everybody in the correct positioning, it looks like. I might have missed the grid.
2.5 mile length here, and pit road speed limit is 60 miles per hour, and when it says 60, it means 60. And the race rules tonight: 65% fuel, no fast repairs, and 2 sets of tires, 3 green-white checkered attempts. We did see a green-white checkered last night, and it's not very common here in the Outcast to have a green-white checkered, but I enjoyed it. Definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, made for a great finish. Now, we know the differences we're going to see. These trucks, since the update, folks, these trucks dance like crazy at this track. I don't know what it is. The tri-oval, you'll see guys, you're going to think, oh, God, we're having a wreck. They're just up and down, as the tires will wear on these machines. No diffuser. We're not sucking them down to the track quite as much. Of course, they have a lot of downforce as a truck, and they punch a big hole, but since the update, they've been real dancy around these super speedways, and I don't know when your season ended last, Adam, but they have gotten real dancy. I'm not going to lie.
No doubt about it. And we've got somebody in the chat here. Why is curved out? Because he ran through the double yellow line, ran underneath it, and it's an automatic black flag. So you are automatically removed from the field. And Buster's corner in here, his bet is on the gray truck. Now, who is the gray truck?
Don't know. I have to see one here. It hit refresh. They'll all be gray.
Yes, I can definitely do that. And then, then all bets are off there, Buster.
And once again, these are a little different than the cars we witnessed last night. These you can push in the corner, but you got to be ginger with them. But you can do it if you feel like you want to do it. We'll see how these guys want to negotiate it. And as I said, watch that tri-oval. They get real dancy. About 15, 20 laps into the run, they will start dancing.
Absolutely. These drivers got this thing hopping, baby. We got some, I changed some cameras up tonight so that we can see that outside here as they may side draft and or get up against the wall. I like seeing that. And out back, of course. Off the nose and out the back. There we go.
Magically delicious paint job. I was digging that.
You know it.
Oh, lucky charm.
And Tina, yes, which is the spouse to Jacob Answorth, made that paint scheme he's driving. It does look snazzy. Here we go, folks. Green flag is out, side by side. 35 drivers here on track tonight.
150 miles to negotiate. And we see Youngblood off to the start just about like last night. You see this outside. Now the trucks are a little different. Usually the outside, if they keep them together, they can make one heck of a run. You may see a lot more lead changes than we saw last night as guys make their way to the front, dive down to the bottom as they start to bring it to full song as they storm off of turn 2.
And Brian Seymour taking the top spot here quickly as he's got the 77 and the 26 locked in. And that's all it's going to take there. Momentum, momentum, momentum. Pretty much the first truck here, Mike, to touch the leading truck. I think their line really prevails, especially coming out of turn number 2 as they are side by side now.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is all momentum with these trucks. It's this high line, like I said last night, I like to see them run and kind of split that little seam. There you go, about that far apart. And they can usually make a huge run, but we've seen that Yarborough there, he was giving a good push, but that's one thing with these trucks, Adam, as you know, they overheat in a big hurry. I don't think you could push for maybe a lap and a half and you got to get out of there.
Yes, it's doesn't take very long to overheat, that's for sure. As we've got the top line trying to do something here. Brian Zimmer now pulling down to the top, from the top to the bottom, to now lead Carson Youngblood on the bottom. And now the 77 of Josh Yarborough, he's got to restart this thing.
Yeah, we see this bottom line well organized right there with Zimmer and Youngblood, Montrose, Welchel, Brock, all those guys on the bottom. They're organized well, but there's plenty of numbers on the top. It just depends how hard these guys want to go early, but this is a short race, so you're going to want to try to get some track position, you know, whenever you're available to do it.
Yeah, not a whole lot of side drafting going on right now. I wouldn't say the aggression level's really, really high. Drivers being somewhat patient. Oh, and then the 74 here of Jacob Answorth with a huge bump to the back of the 26.
Yeah, that was a big old bump. I think the closing speed kind of shocked him, it looked like.
A little bit there. Yeah, they're still side by side trying to take the lead. As we've got Montrose to the outside here, side by side with the 55. I mean, they're just swapping the lead back and forth here. Oh, looks like Zimmer goes up the track just a little bit. Side draft from Montrose. And then they need to get away on the straight, just like that. On the straightaway, they need to spread apart.
That's what we were asking for last night. That's what they're doing today. As we said, you cannot afford with these giant spoilers on the back of these trucks to get the air dumped on it, because it's 5 to 8 miles an hour. I mean, almost instantaneously. It feels like it's 50 miles an hour when somebody does it to you.
Montrose is going to take the lead here. They slide down to the bottom. And then once again, the 77 of Josh Yarbrough being left to the outside as he pushed yet another truck to the lead and left him out to dry. I guess he's just the helping hand tonight, apparently.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with all the lead changes. You'll see guys, they'll push up just to see what they can do, and they're going to drop down and take over pulling this bottom line along. That's where I always love to be, is the bottom. There's a little more room to get out of there in case of a wreck most of the time. Plus, your vision's easier. You got better references. I like running there, but if you're going to make a run for the lead, you've got to take it up to the top side.
Yeah, I'm a bottom feeder as well. At least that's what I call myself, and I call these drivers that like to be at the bottom. It's safer down there because normally when you wreck here in the corners, they shoot straight up the track.
That's what I've always found. I mean, you can see all the room on the bottom. You can usually try to just yank it to the left and get down there and hope you don't slide through the grass and hit something. But if you're on top when it starts, you're going to find the safer barrier every single time.
Yep. I'm scared when it goes up to the top side. Now I'll make a third lane when it's time to go, but when we're just running up there, I don't know. I'm not consistent enough. And these drivers right here seem to be doing pretty good. I mean, they're pretty much gapped out here, but holding a straight line. I like what I'm seeing so far tonight.
Yeah, you'll see about 10 laps from now. There'll be a few guys start to dance. I don't know what it is with these trucks. The tri-oval, you get a little light through the tri-oval as you're transitioning, and they like to dance through there, and that's where a real easy bad push can occur, which of course we don't want to see. We saw a couple last night, but see Montrose, he's still going for the lead. Yarbrough, he's coming to the front. We'll see what he wants to do when he gets to the front, because he's got a pretty big push right now. We'll see if he can able to clear and see if he wants to stay up there, if he just wants to come right down to the bottom like everyone else, because we're almost clear by 2 trucks.
Montrose battling back here as the 26 of Boyce giving that push to the 77, and here it comes again, drafting up, and now they're both going to be clear as they're heading to the tri-oval. It's going to be close. I don't think the 77 is going to leave Boyce out to hang, though. I really don't. I think he's going to stay with him.
Yeah, I like that. Everybody else has left him, and he's like, I'm not going to leave the guy that brought me. So if you're comfortable up top, stay up there. The momentum is, you lose a little distance in the corners, but you always seem to have the momentum down the straights if you can stay up top. And you see that playing out right now as we're getting 2-3 trucks. Got Ainsworth up there. Got the 24 machine of David Vodka up there. Got some guys that had great finishes last night, and they're up top there showing their stuff.
Oh, they definitely got some speed, no doubt about it. But coming down the backstretch, though, they were nose to tail. 6 drivers, 6 trucks here, nose to tail. I mean, bumper to bumper coming down the backstretch. And then they went to turn 3, and the momentum was just kaput. As you see Josh Yarbrough now, he's side by side with second.
Yeah, we'll see if that little bit of a mistake by Rediker there, you saw him get to the apron, break up this train a little bit. Let's see if that helps topside, because we're about 10 trucks deep on the top right here. Oh, getting a little squirrely. But it showed somebody making a third lane, or might have just had to do that out of necessity. Yeah, they're going to let him back in. No harm, no foul.
Well, that is Dalton Hall there in that 34 machine. Yeah, just decided he needed to pull out there. Just couldn't quite check up. Looks like Ainsworth may have gotten out of line just a smidge.
And that's what I'm talking about with the dance, and you're going to see this all night, Adam. Since the update, it is so hard. If your offset is off a little bit, it is so hard to stay right on the bumper of the guy in front of you. You're just almost at the mercy of the wheel. You're just kind of drifting, and it's a sensation I'm not used to, but it has definitely showed up in these trucks on these super speedways.
And just wait till they, we got about 16 more laps or so till they pit. give or take a lap or two. But when these trucks get light on that fuel, Mike, they dance around a whole lot more than I'm actually comfortable with, believe it or not. They're sketchy.
Well, folks out there in the group, chat us up all night, keep going. But when I'm talking about offset, what iRacing allows you to do, you can set how fast your wheel turns, and it'll help, and it also lets you set an offset. Now, I know these are custom fixed sets, but it still works the same way with the wheel. The offset, you can go plus offset to try to have your wheel straight instead of cambered to the left, because this track has a lot of banking, even in the straights as bank. You don't realize it, but you can set your wheels to the left or to the right as you start this race for straight speed or for better cornering. And if you get that wrong right here, it is so hard to push the truck in front of you.
Yeah, you've definitely got, I mean, you can't just set it for what feels comfortable to you as a loaner truck just out there hot lapping. You've got to set it, you got to get out there, you got to push some trucks, you got to be pushed, figure out what's comfortable with you, because you're going to have to stay, eventually, you're going to have to stay connected to these trucks and try to either push them to the win, or you're going to have to try to go up there and win, or you're going 3 wide. You need something comfortable, and that's where that offset comes in. It's just, if it's wrong, you're going to be bobbing and weaving left and right all night long.
Yeah, like my preferred during a race is +7. So from a Z, it only goes, so high, but I run a +7 on these tracks, which means my wheels are turned to the right at the beginning. That seems counterintuitive for your corners, but it'll corner fine. That's for straight line speed, as to get the wheel straight so that it's not turned left as you're going down the straightaway. And that will help your straight line speed, and it will help your stability as you're behind a truck.
Yep, and let's just give an example here. Let's get on board here with Eric Johnson. There we go. See, his wheels turn to the left, and on the straightaway, it's still turned slightly to the left. Just ever so slightly.
Right, and if he added maybe 1 more degree of offset, maybe possibly 2, then that line to be straight. That can help your straight line speed for sure, because you're not scrubbing the front tires. It's the little things of iRacing of, okay, we don't get the G-forces, we don't get the heat and all that, but we do have a few tools at our disposal to help us out. It's not just everybody has the same thing. You can make small variations to the setup to help your personal driving style.
Yep, let's take a look here at Ronnie Welcher. He's pretty much straight on the straightaway here. And so he's going to turn just a little bit less in the corner. He likes the steering wheel straight now. And we're going to see it going to look pretty good here on the straight.
Yeah, you can see his hands moving there. He is actually turning back to the right just a little bit to keep it in a straight line. So I don't know why. I just like a little more offset. I feel a little better on the straight. They just try to help your straight line speed if you want to close on these trucks, because they do suck up well. They don't create the runs that we saw last night in the next gen cars. But when you get the energy rolling, I mean, it'll definitely bring you right up through there.
Well, here we go. Up to 6th place here. Anthony leading the outside line now. Bob Redeker seeing what he can do here. Now, you've got a fast cat behind you there, Bob. And that is the 43 of Drew Calvert. Now, this guy right here, I promise you, he'll get you to the front, because he knows how to race in these trucks. The guy's just crazy fast here. I mean, look at this. Pushing along the outside.
You see that dancing we're talking about, folks? It's so hard to stay in a straight line.
Yes, it is. As we look off the front bumper now, Drew Calvert, just kind of see what he's seeing. He's got to check up just a little bit there. Let Bob Redeker get back under, get the wheels back underneath them, and then go back to pushing here. You're going to see him connect right here coming out of 2. And he's going to push this truck as hard as he can down the backstretch.
Wow. We got a lot of floating going on.
Oh, yeah, the trucks are dancing, no doubt.
show the folks what you get to see when you're driving right now. What he is actually seeing, because all you see is that tailgate. It's just you can't see anything when you're behind that guy. You go up there to push, and you're like, I'm good, and then everything just you get transfixed. All of a sudden, you're like, oh my God, I can't see anything.
And there's Brian Zemer pushing the 10 of Montrose. Now he's pretty much got to push the whole time here to keep Montrose out to the lead, because as soon as he breaks off the back like this, you're going to get a run on the outside out of 2 and out of 4. So you're going to see him connect real quick like here, and all you're going to see is that spoiler right there. Look at that. That's all you can see. You can't see the yellow line. You can't see anything else. That's all you can see.
Unbelievable. And that was textbook right there. Maybe a little far off for my taste, but he was able to close back up. And your best thing you want to do, get the air in the corners, and then you want to get right back to that bumper and just put the whammy on it as you're heading down these straights that make the most speed.
That's right. We're coming to lap number 18 right now. We're about 8 laps or so off of pit stop, our first pit stop. And you know how the Outcast guys do. We're going green flag pit stop in here.
Yeah, we had a little problem last night, so let's hope we don't see some of the same thing.
39 of Christopher Jones. Let's take a look at him. Apparently in the top 10 here, right behind the 18. That's a safe place to be. The 18, Eric Johnson, he never gets into an accident. Not really. I mean, dude, he drove right through that stuff last night. Just super lucky, and found himself in victory lane because of it. And then you've got Josh Yarbrough here, who is a 1.5-mile wizard. This guy knows his way around a 1.5-mile track. Yeah, even a 1 mile, he's good at those as well. Currently now sitting in 10th.
Oh, I'm looking so much forward to learning these guys. Ooh, we got one up against the wall trying to get out of the way. That's a lap truck. Not exactly sure who it was.
That's going to be David DeVille. No, not David DeVille. Who was that? Sean Wilson.
Not sure. Sean Wilson, that's who mine's showing as well.
David DeVille used to run that paint scheme as the 73 truck. Now it's going to be Sean Wilson. He's up out of the way.
One taker for pit road.
And that's going to be Jeremy Ingold. That's weird to me that Jeremy decides to go out of sequence here and pit by itself.
Yeah, he's going to be hurting here. And another thing, like I said, you see it in the chat, these trucks, they wheel hop so easily. You might want to change your brake bias a little bit before we try to make a fast pit stop. Move it a little bit to the front so that we don't get a wheel hop, because if you get a wheel hop here, you can go to the inside wall or you can go right to the grass pretty quick. As we see Rediker making a good run to the front, he's going to drop right down in front of Montrose and assume the first place position.
We got some other drivers coming down pit road. Oh, looks like Zemer and perhaps Yarbrough there. Yes, Yarbrough.
Like you got
Boyce, Newman, Force, Matthews, Richardson, Cordray, Williams. A lot of drivers coming down pit road here, and doesn't look like any problem. So they're going to hopefully have a nice pit stop and get back out in sequence. Nose to tail is preferred to keep that speed up. Really don't want any gaps coming off pit road. Got to maximize that draft.
Yeah, you got to have your dancing partners when you come off a pit road for sure. And folks, keep lighting up that chat group out there. That's just only going to help the Outcast boys. Light that thing up. Let us know what you think, how we sound, how you're enjoying this great racing. And here comes the leaders down the pit road. Let's see if anybody makes a mistake, as Montrose is coming in hot.
Oh, Bob Rediker into the side. Yep. Rediker into the side.
Oh. Dalton Hall as well. Ainsworth. Oh, my God.
Bunch of drivers here caught in some action here. Big group of guys, too. I mean, at least 10 or so.
That might make that single pit stop look better, huh?
No doubt about it. I mean, a ton of people just pitted.
I'll have to wait for his timing and scoring. Of course, right now we got Jeff Trapezo. He's out front, along with Brian B-Dubs there.
All by Lawson.
Jones. Oh, yeah, all out there by himself.
Drew Calvert being shown the black flag here. Jeff Trapasso going very slow here on the entry to pit road.
Are we thinking maybe he ran out of fuel? Is it only 22 laps possibly?
Definitely could be here. You know, probably because, you know, these tanks are, they're not 22 gallons.
No, these are smaller. These are 18, I think.
Yep, so that makes sense. Some drivers coming down here. There's Christopher Jones, Brian Welchel down. Montrose going around all by itself. And then a second and a half back, you've got Carson Youngblood with the 55 and the 77 tagged onto him.
Yeah, these guys will catch him very quickly. He's going to be running about 170. These guys are going to be running probably 182, 183. They'll be on his back bumper shortly.
Yep, right now running right at 180. He is running 173 by itself. So they're about to be all over top of him. Less than a second now. Closing in quickly.
Yeah, if they play this right, if he should maybe move up and then catch onto the tail end, because this is kind of hard to time this out.
I'm just saying, if I was him, I would stay on the bottom. I mean, you're at a disadvantage here.
Yeah.
I would stay on the bottom and make them pass me so that I could get that wake and maybe keep up. But as you can see here, they checked up to grab Montrose.
Yeah, it looked like part of the plan there, because they could have easily just scooted right on by.
Oh, they were almost 10 miles an hour faster. Go back a little bit further here, shall we? Another 2.5 seconds back, you'll find group number 2 being led by Brandon Brock in the 3 truck.
And we saw that damage on pit road, and it says David Vodka has 7 minutes of repairs. So that's not going to be good for Mr. Vodka tonight.
No, it's not. So let's take a look here let's take a look at Tim Boyce here in the 26. And we're going to show the car behind him. So this is Group 1, the tail end of Group 1, and the leader of Group 2. So that's going to be Tim Boyce there in 6th, Brandon Brock in 7th, and we're looking at the gap here, the lap time. And it's climbing pretty dang fast.
Yeah, it looks like 2 seconds. The gap's what, 1.4?
1.4 seconds, yeah. That top middle number is the gap between them. And it's going to decline here as they're going down through the tri-oval.
Yeah, they're closing it down ever so slightly. They get a little sniff here in a minute. They'll be able to pull back up on there, I believe.
Brandon Brock a half a second faster that last lap by.
Interesting how this one has played out so far. We go from 2 wide, nice racing, and then the pit stops happen. We have a little incidents, and now we're 2 groups. But like I said, I believe we're going to be one big group again here fairly short. They are really starting to close it down.
No doubt. And you got the third group right here being led by David Force. This is Group 3 right here. And they are 5.5 seconds back from the tail end of Group 2.
Yeah, they may need a couple more guys. They're going to have to get more organized. They're going to have to really start to go.
Yeah, the 49 needs to get that 68 of Jordan Massey up to the back of him here with Dalton Hall and Jacob Answorth. Well, that is Robert Day back there. But now it's a much larger group of trucks here. And a lot of individual trucks as they're going, a bunch of trucks going lap down here.
Yeah, that chaos on pit road just threw a blanket over a bunch of guys here. They're just trying to do the best they can, hope for a lucky dog as this starts to play out later on in the race. But these guys stay nose to tail. We're going to go green for a little while.
Not mad at it at all. Looks like pit stops here, lap 20 to 22. That's going to be the fuel window. So we're going to say somewhere around lap 40 here. So about 12 more laps. These drivers are going to have to come down once again. Kind of excited for that. Let's see, Josh Yarbrough running in the 4th spot. Kind of tucked in here. He's going to be able to go a little bit further. He's saving some fuel. The 39 and the 13 looks like they're going to go a lap down here. Let's find them guys. There's Christopher Jones back in 28th place and Cody Siegel-Oliver in 29th. They're going laps down.
Yeah, that incident on pit road, that's really messed up the strategy for a lot of guys right here. Oh, shoot, they've got guy below the line there for a second. The Ford truck dipped down there, kind of scary for a second. Josh Newman. This is going to be interesting. Like you said, we're going to have to pit for sure one more time. Will these guys just kind of race along and lap as many guys as they can? That's what I would try to do. Just take as many contenders out of it as you could and come down and make your stop.
Yeah, they definitely need to stay nose to tail as long as possible, put as many down. I mean, it's just the 39 and the 13 right now. They've got a truck way ahead, about to head into turn number 1. Who is that? Looks like that's, may not be. Not sure who that is actually. But these drivers right here are trying to catch up. This is 30th place right here. He's a lap down. Steve Giverson. Robert Day behind him. So they're tagged on to the rear trucks, the front group.
Now, I mean, without a caution, they're going to have to run as long as they can to try to, make up track position. They do have a big group that they can make time with, but wow, what a checkup that was.
Yes, it was. Check on the group back here a little bit further. Where are we located here? Rob Williams in the 12th spot. And then David Force here with another truck. Now they have 5 together. And they're actually losing time now, down to 5.7 seconds. So they're not gaining any time whatsoever.
They have 3 trucks about 12 seconds ahead of them. And I don't think they can make up that much time. So we got 4 or 5 separate little groups there. The David Force group, they're not really making up time. They're staying 5.5 seconds down. Then there's a group with Jacob Ainsworth. He's, around 7.2 down. So, yeah, I mean, we got a lot of ground to make up.
Eric Johnson back there as well. Back here behind Jacob Ainsworth, that's 16th and 17th place.
All the while, that top group, you got Montrose, you got Carson Youngblood, Brian Zeimer, Joshua Yarbrough, Ronnie Welchel, and Boyce, Richardson, Brandon Brock, Josh Newman, and Michael Cordray. They are the top 10. And in that group, also Brian Matthews and Rob Williams. So 12 trucks in the lead group at this moment. You see these guys negotiating their way around a few lap trucks. I think that's still Christopher Jones up there.
Yeah, I got a few trucks on that high side. They're just trying to stay up there.
Yeah, I hope for something to get the lap back right here. Hope somebody may help them, but it doesn't look like anybody's willing to try to do that right now. But they're able, they are making a little time with the 3 of them.
Well, if the caution does come out, the 39 is going to get the lucky dog, which is exactly what he wants.
Yeah, unfortunate last night. I'm sure he doesn't want to end tonight on this note. But they're literally driving their way to the front right now. That will show you these guys being a little conservative on the bottom, but two trucks can move their way right to the front.
I mean, liking what I'm seeing right now, though, strategy-wise. I mean, a lot of drivers, I say a lot, probably half of the field kind of stayed together to capitalize on track position here. Some of the other drivers that were, were in incidents like Jacob Answorth, Eric Johnson and such, that had that incident there on pit road, they're kind of behind the 8 ball a little bit and way back there in the field.
Pretty wide by the 53 here, but you see Montrose, that was interesting. I don't know if these guys are teammates, but he went high side to give Jones a little bit of a draft, and that brings him right to the front. So he's back on the lead lap on his own merit. Well, now Montrose going to take it back away about right when I talked, but it was odd to me that he went up just a little bit and was able to give Jones that draft, and it pulled him straight to the front.
Oh yeah, Cody Siegel-Oliver is going to try to go with the 39. If they can get their lap back, it'll be awesome. And I'm just saying here, strategy-wise, if I was Ian Montrose, I would let one of these lap trucks ahead of me.
You?
I would. You're going to be able to save some fuel.
Maybe that's what he was thinking.
I think it's a smart move. Well, the pace of the race here hasn't gone down really. They're still running, mid 180s.
Yeah, they're going to be in that window in the next 6 laps or so. So, Jones is just praying he can get up here in the front and get himself back on this lap. And then if the pit stops going awry again, possibly he could work his way around, catch back up on the back end of this group, make his way forward in the last 10 laps.
Take a look here at a new driver to the Outcast, Michael Cordray.
Doc Redbeard, thank you so much. We're enjoying ourselves up here. Thank you. Trying to figure out a flow anyway. Here you go again. These guys on the outside, man, they can make up time.
They can. Michael Cordray, he's got his hard hat on. Mike, I don't know if you can see that, but he is ready for anything that may give him brain damage. Or
that man's ready to jump out and jump on he's ready to jump on the skid steer right now. I mean, he's got the reflector tape, the vest, the whole thing going on, man. It just looks like this man said, I'm leaving the job site, I got to race.
Yes, sir, he is ready to go. Still got these drivers trying to battle to the high side, though. Still being led by Christopher Jones.
Don't look now, but this group with Michael Force, so they're 2 seconds back now, so they're going to start to feel effects of a draft here fairly quick. These guys are closing it down in a hurry.
Oh yeah, David Force here, 2 seconds back. I hear you, right before they're getting to the window to be able to pit. He should be able to see Rob Williams.
They ripped off 3 seconds off of that gap. You can see them right there on the same straightaway. If they can start to get a little sniff of this draft, pick up 2-3 mile an hour, they'll be there before you know it.
And this is the lead pack here.
Yeah, that's crazy. 8/10 faster on lap 37.
Oh, they're on the move, no doubt about it. And they're under 2 seconds, 1.7 now. And close it in with a quickness. It shows down here at the bottom, it says catching. If they keep up this pace, they're going to catch them here in 3 laps, which is right in the window. That's perfect.
Yeah, gets them back in position to make their pit stops and come back out, and we'll be battling with 19, 20 trucks here real soon.
David Ford's doing a fantastic job, but he's got a fast guy right behind him here that could get him back in the ball game, and that's Dalton Hall.
Yeah, I don't know. These 4 trucks are really out. They're catching. They're visibly catching them now. They can get Rediker back to the back end here and pull all this energy together. They got something.
Oh, they're going to catch him here, no doubt about it. Let's get on board here with David. forwards and see what he's seeing. He's saying, come on, Dalton, give me a push.
Oh, he's definitely getting a piece of draft right there, Adam. There's no question. Just a little bit. You can see the speed going up, 82, 83 when they were running 81. Of course, through the travel, going to slow you down a little bit. But here it comes, 84, 85. He's got the draft. They're going to be there real soon.
If I was him, around the outside like two trailer park girls, that'll like that Eminem song.
Na, 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 na.
Yep.
I'm just old enough to know that song, just barely old enough.
Steve Giberson went up. He's on the high side now. Oh, and slows down. That's a checkup out back for these guys for sure. As everybody slows down now. And now it's one large field once again. It took them a whole pit cycle here, Mike, to get caught back up. Oh, we got some slideways stuff happening up here between Zemer and Christopher Jones. Jones now pulling down to the bottom here. He was side drafting a method of the 55 right there.
Yeah, that's a I want the lucky dog position right now. I'm not playing around anymore. Somebody let me in with the fast guy. And they also know this back group was coming, so maybe he wanted to get out of the way in case, like you said, around the outside. But it's blocked up with lap trucks right now, so no one able to make a move.
It is. And those lap trucks, they're not giving up either. They're not letting them have it. All right, we should start seeing some pit stop cycles happen here soon. Yeah, there we go. Rob Williams. Oh, Rob Williams sideways cautions out.
This is what we're talking about, that wheel hopper, not getting lined down fast enough.
And Jacob Ainsworth
Did I get Jacob?
Involved.
Yep.
Just a little bit. Got a little bit of damage on that left front. And
well, they'll take it out of everybody's hands.
That should give Christopher Jones the lucky dog, if I'm not mistaken here. But
I believe you're right.
Let's take a look real quick at what happened between Rob Williams and Jacob Ainsworth. See him right there in the middle of the screen. There goes Rob Williams coming down pit road.
Oh, we just got a rear-ended. Looked like Jacob got somebody in the rear end, like he wasn't going to pit, but they didn't get down. No.
Take a look at it here.
I think he expected him to pit, and he did not.
Well, Robert Day slowed down in front of Jacob Ainsworth. Jacob was not going to pit.
Yep. That's what I saw. It looked like Dave was like, I'm going to pit. No, I'm not. And he should have, or he didn't think he had enough room. If you notice, Williams came down, I think got, yeah, they're side by side. He didn't think he had room. Well, that'll shake it up, Adam.
I'm not mad at it. I do like strategy. I do like strategy here in the Outcast, but the first caution here on lap 42, we'll take it. But you can tell that 39 right there is the lucky dog. There he goes right there, lucky dog winner.
I believe he's got a little bit of damage on that right front wheel down there. Maybe that's why he wasn't able to really make a move forward on the outside, but it looks like maybe just a little crinkled in.
As everybody down pit road, it's like Jeremy Engold going to win the battle on pit road with the pit stop. That's going to put him well up in the playing field here. Let's see where. So Jeremy Engold, if you don't know, is part of Moonshine Motorsports. There it is right there. And he has got a teammate on track. And that teammate is in ninth place right now, which is also Dalton Hall. Now, can these two guys get tangled up together and move through the front? That's the question.
Well, we saw, it doesn't take but 2 or 3 if you can hook up good, what you're going to start seeing. I mean, it's going to ramp up here in the next little bit. But, yeah, I mean, definitely. These two guys get hooked together. I would look for them to come to the front. We know Dalton Hall, he had some speed early in the race. Got shuffled around a little bit, but definitely got speed in that machine.
wouldn't take my mind off of Tim Boyce, though. He is, how can I word this? He's just biding his time here. He's good at these. He's good at these types of tracks. He's going to be starting here on the inside row when we take the green flag. Looks like fourth row, so he's in a good spot to try to make something happen.
Yeah, he's just hoping to set him up and knock him down. That's what he's hoping to do. No pun intended, except all the way a pun. On the paint scheme, he's had good speed too. We saw them on the outside earlier. He looked real good, real stable up there. All these guys, I'm sure, took the new shoes. So these guys ought to feel good for this next 15.
And let's take a look here at the restart. Once we go back green, this is how they're going to stack up for the top 5 rows. Dan Gold and Montrose in row 1. Cordray, Zemer, row 2. Youngblood, Richardson in row 3. Boyce, Yarbrough in row 4. And Dalton Hall and Brian Matthews taking over 9th and 10th spot, or row number 5.
It's still anybody's race. If you're on the lead lap right here and your machine's not damaged, you can make it to the front from here. It's just going to take a little nerve and probably a third lane at some point with these trucks. But if you can get that third lane rolling, nobody can slow you down. There's so much checking up on the bottom going on. I'd want to be on the top side right now. We have seen a couple of huge checkups.
On board here with tow mater James Greeny. Got his shades on, looking cool.
That man looks like an AI painting. Look at that thing, all lit like that. That is fantastic.
You know it. Oh, man. Can't hide money. Can't hide money. But he's going to be starting here. He's going to be starting here in 20th, well, 19th, I guess. 21st, something around there.
Hat. We got to get rid of that star on the hat. Dude, a bird hat.
Well, he is from Denton, Texas. So that explains a lot.
Send him some free Eagles swag.
You know it. All right. Well, Mike, we're here for the first restart. Why don't you you do a little commentating here for the first lap as we go and take the green flag?
We'll do it. Both lines snaking down to the green right here. Wait till the restart zone. Got Michael Cordray, Brian Zemer, Carson Youngblood, and we're back under green. These guys, no wheel spin. We got to get start. Montrose again. It seems like every restart is able to jump out to where he wants, but he's not able to clear Cordray on the bottom right there. I think he would have liked to jump down. Not able to do it. He'll wait for Zemer to bring it back to the rear end right here. I think get ready to get the full song once again. Coming out of turn 2. Won't be wide open, folks, till pretty much all the way to turn 4. So we'll see who's got what. Got Zemer putting a good push on the back of Montrose right there. Youngblood, 72 machine, Cordray. These boys up here putting on a fight. My scoring moved. I think I called somebody wrong.
We got Jeremy.
Oh, we got a wreck going on.
Charles Wilson, Brian Welchel, David DeVell involved. Charles Wilson got some damage. He's down in the grass. He's doing some lawn maintenance here for the Daytona staff. We definitely appreciate that. And, ooh, he got some significant damage. We're going to take a look and see what happened to Charles Wilson. Take a look here from Brian Zemer's point of view from the chopper. He was back there as well. Looks like somebody got out of, the 60, nailed the 57 here.
Phew.
Zemer would know where to go. Let's see, David DeVille was back there.
Yeah, the blue and white truck right up there, that was a big check, and then they got right into, I cannot quite tell who that was.
I know who it is.
There was a big checkup right in front of the blue and white truck there, and he just could not stay off the rear bumper. Significant, again, like I said, huge checkups. That's going to cost Giverson and Wilson.
And that's going to be James Greeny.
He's able to skirt away. But yeah, that was just a big accordion checkup going into the corner. We've seen it over and over again. These guys don't want to push into the corner, but we got to do a little better job of not, just letting completely out of the gas.
Yes, sir. That's right. Well, second caution, and we're coming up on 10 laps to go here. And you know what? Hubert Johnson, if you're in the chat, hey, we need to make this race a little longer, buddy, because we're only an hour and 15 minutes into this thing. Essentially an hour, less than an hour under green flag conditions. So, yeah, I say double it. Nah. We're good. The trucks are usually the quickest, and then you got the next gen and the Gen 6, those races are longer.
My other league runs 100 laps of pure aggression, so you don't need a 3-hour broadcast, do you?
No, you don't. I like keeping it. 2 hours is plenty. I like the 2 hours. That's usually where I like to draw the line.
Yeah, I think that's where everybody's pretty comfortable.
I'm too fat to sit for more than 2 hours.
I used to be, for sure. I'm just too old to sit for 2 hours now.
Well, if I sit for more than that, I'm going to drink more than a 6-pack, and we don't need that.
I've never been able to reach into my little fridge there. I've just had to do my Diet Mountain Dew for now. Sad, really.
I've got a mini fridge literally right next to the desk, and I can lean over, open the door, grab a cold beer or whatever. There's some jugs in there too. I don't know if you know the jugs, the little flavored.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Boy, I got me a case of those. Glat Mom, I know she's listening. She keeps my fridge stocked. And if the race gets too crazy, I'll go a little bit higher on the shelves and pull that bottle out of some liquid gold.
Oh.
We're gonna get crunk in the
that's the way we do booth. Well, I'm glad I know that. I'm gonna have to reposition my rig. My fridge is right behind my driver's seat, and I can't reach it.
Yep. Hubert Johnson in the chat. I need a Glat Mom. Well, you know what? You'll never find a Glat Mom. There's only one Glat Mom, and I snagged her well over 20 years ago. Been married for almost 19 years here. Coming up in August, so she's going to have to do something for our anniversary.
I've been with mine for 37 years. Let's add that up.
Whoa.
I was just barely born when I met her.
That's almost as old as I am.
Sad, right? Just an old man.
Yeah. I got more gray than black, and I'm not even 40 yet.
Yeah, my black's all gone. It used to be salt and pepper. It's just pure salt now.
Crew Chief Franklin in the chat at Hubert Johnson. Train the cat. The cat has a name, Crew Chief Franklin, and his name is Bobby. Her name is Bobby. His name, yeah, her name is Bobby.
Somebody says, I was listening to the broadcast and forgot to get Jacob any beer. That is a sad day for Jacob.
I mean, good for us. Sad for Jake.
Yeah, sad. He might need one after that little incident.
Take a look
I'm
here.
just happy to have y'all out there, man. Thank y'all.
Take a look at our drivers on the driver's cam as they're getting ready to take the green flag here with 12 laps to go, almost on the single digits. Get kind of excited. I don't know who's going to win this thing, but I can promise you it's going to be high level of aggression. And I'm going to lead it off this time. The pace car's down pit road. Here we go, 2 by 2, just like Noah's Ark. Heading to the restart zone, and the green flag is back out once again. The 55 with a good start. The 28 kind of spun his tires just a little bit, come off the back bumper of the 10. And I think Zemer and the 29 of Bridgerton, they're probably going to take the lead here out of turn number 2. Well, at least the 55, he's going to dip down. Now Josh Yarborough's got to connect to the 29. If Richardson needs or wants to do anything with the inside line, not connected yet. Seamer out front now, right where he wants to be. And here comes Richardson to the outside, being pushed by the 77 of Josh Yarbrough. Get on the front nose here as he's about to give a wacky push here to the 29 in the tri-oval. Let's go.
Thinking better of it right there. I don't blame him at this point, but he could probably take him right. Oh, wow, got a little movement down on the bottom there. Kind of spooked me. That'll send Richardson out to the lead. We'll see if he wants to drop down or if he's going to stay up there with Yarbrough. That'd be interesting to see. I mean, you got to find your dancing partner at some point. You can't just keep hanging everybody out, I don't think.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, Mike, if you want to dance, you need to dance with that 77. Because this man right here can tango all night long. He can do the two-step, the foxtrot, the tango, the waltz, whatever you want to do. Josh Yarbrough can do it.
Well, maybe that Richardson knows that because he did stay to the high side there. As we also see Dalton Hall, he's starting to make his way to the front. Got the 62. Ronnie Welchel, he's coming to the front. Let's see who dropped down right there. 77 to Yarbrough. He drops down. That'll put Dalton Hall on the rear bumper. The 29 of Richardson as we are screaming our way into the turn.
I don't think that was a good move by the 29 to stay up there while the 77 dipped down to the bottom. But hey, he still is neck to neck with Yarbrough for now. But Dalton Hall, he's got to find his dancing partner, and he's back there in 8th place. Right now, that's his teammate of Jeremy Ingold down there on the bottom. 4th in line on the bottom, right behind Montrose and ahead of Cordray.
Yeah, Highline started to show a little bit of strength right here. Richardson and then Dalton Hall, Welchel, they got the Ford truck of Josh Newman. All these guys hooked together real well. They got a good bunch of energy as they're pushed all the way to at least 2 trucks clear at the moment, trying to get to 3.
You best believe if Ronnie Welchel can get this clear, he's dropping down.
Well, he's pushing like he would like to have it right now, Adam. I know that much. These boys screaming down the backstretch right here. They do have two trucks clear, Ronnie Welchel. He is trying to clear, and here he goes.
There he goes.
To the bottom he goes.
What'd I tell you? What did I tell you? I know these Outcast boys. Ronnie Welchel now leading the bottom. Hey, the Glad Dads here season after season, race after race.
Here we go. Here goes Hall trying to push Richardson out again. Nobody here. Welch, a big run on the bottom with Yarbrough behind him. This is just great racing now. It's kind of what we've waited on. You got Brian Zeimer's in this, Josh Newman's in this, Montrose is in this.
Oh,
3 trucks on the top put together. Wow, yeah.
The 29 went down. Did you see that though, Mike? The 29 went way down to side draft Ronnie Welchel, and it worked. Look at that. Cleared out now. The 2 trucks are going to drop down here.
We had a little disturbance in mid-pack right there, and you see Ingold, he had to get out of line. Now we'll open it up for Brock. He's going to drop into that bottom position, bringing himself 5th on the bottom. They got somebody stuck in the middle. Can't quite tell who that is. He should be able to drop to the bottom and get himself there again. Josh Newman drops to the bottom. He's going to make his bid for the front, along with the 71 of Terry Liftweiler. They're pushing for all they got, and the top line's broke up just a little bit, letting the bottom scream their way as they go out on the backstretch.
And seeing Josh Newman out to the front is fantastic. Love me some Josh Newman as he's running that Outcast Motorsports Network. The OMN truck, loving what I'm seeing, baby. Bring the thing to the checkered flag. You got it.
Boys on the bottom need to remember you can't really side draft the guy on top. I don't know why it doesn't work quite as good. Just stay in line. Let's push him hard. You got Richardson. He's making another run with Hall right behind him again. Just not quite the energy. The 3rd place truck in line up there. Can't quite make out who that is. Might be Rob Hamilton up there, but He needs to get it closed up a little bit, as we got a major side draft out of Richardson right here. He's going to try his best, but not being able to make up any room on Josh Newman.
Yes, you're exactly right. That was Rob Hamilton, third in line on the outside with Tim Boyce behind. And a lot of shuffling, inside row to outside, outside back to inside. And I can guarantee you here, there's about to be a third row starting back here as the 29. He's clear for now. Oh, look at this. The 18 in the middle right now. I knew it.
Yeah, he's bringing Boyce right to the front. They are right in the middle, but they do have help behind. Looks like Youngblood coming up behind them there. Let's see if they can push their way clear of this bottom lane, but here they come. There's Montrose. You see Eric Johnson. He's able to get himself maneuvered with Boyce. Oh, this is tight racing, folks. They are starting to get it on a little bit. Big bump out of Johnson right there. They head down the back straight.
Johnson got him clear ahead of Newman. Now Johnson on the bottom here, pushing Tim Boyce. And looks like Montrose now. Is that Montrose? Yeah, Montrose back to the lead on the bottom. As they're coming to 4 laps to go. The 29 still out front, though, being pushed by Dalton Hall on the high side.
Yeah, we're starting to get a distinct third lane here, Adam, getting close. We do have a middle lane that is fired up. The third lane needs a little bit of help, but they got a couple guys there spreading out. That will help Tropezzo try to get to the front. But you see, yeah, here comes Christopher Jones, got back on the lead lap, and he's trying to bring Rob Hamilton up the gut, it looks like to me. I think that's the one with me.
That is Carson Youngblood in the middle. Hamilton still on the high side, third in line. As I know, we got 3 distinct lines now, about second place on back. Ooh, starting to get a little dicey here. The 45 of Jeff Trapasso kind of got a little swirly back there behind Rob Hamilton. Brandon Brock now leading the outside line. What is he going to be able to do here as we're going 3 laps to go? 3 more times around, folks, and they're 3 wide.
I believe, looked to me like Brock. He's got Brian Zeimer. He had fell back. That's a good push.
Whoa, sideways. Little check up there. We're staying. We're going good. Carson Youngblood gets that saved as we've got some action up front here. Richardson still in the lead on the high side as they're about to come to 2 laps to go. Will a new driver here to the league win this race? Or will Montrose or somebody else that has won previously in the past seasons take it again?
I like where Richardson's at. If he can get a push from Hall here. Now everybody's starting to organize back up. Got 3 trucks on top. That's going to bring Brock into the 4th position on the high side. So we got some good trucks up here on the top. Richardson able to stretch it to about 3/4 of a truck length. Not able to clear the leader. We might be able to clear as we come out of the corner. We'll see if he wants to drop down or if he's going to keep on that high side. He's kind of showed that he's just going to stick to that high side, him and Hall, as they're coming to the front.
If I was Dalton Hall right now, I'd push him into turn 3, and I would back out, cool the engine, and I'd push him all the way back around. Oh, as they go around, Ian Montrose. Montrose now being pushed out as he drops back down into 5th or 6th place here. Now Dalton Hall looking low as they're coming to the white flag. Can't do it. Gets into Rob Hamilton. It's official. We're racing back to the green. Michael Richardson now out front, but you got a draft back here between the 18 and the 26.
Watch for the 18 again, folks. They're going to have a huge run.
Here
on
comes
the
Tim
29
Boyce.
right here.
Richardson's got to do something. Go high. Oh, no block out the back. Tim Boyce now being pushed to the lead by Eric Johnson. It's going to be settled between Johnson and Boyce. And where did Montrose come from? He's back here, back in 3rd once again.
Yeah, Richardson able to tack onto the back of this. I don't think he'll have a big enough run, just not enough energy, but we're about to find out as we're coming to the checkers.
Johnson's going to push Tim Boyce to the win. Tim going to win here at Daytona. Season 5, race number 1 here in the books. And the 26, the Tim Boyce, first-time winner here in the Outcast Motorsports. Fantastic.
Yeah, great finish right there. Sorry, I get talking a little fast. I get excited. It sounds like a radio broadcast when I get to rolling, but that was really fun, those last 5 laps.
Great job. And, you know, we got a little swirly there. There goes the 26 out in the out in the asphalt. As you can see a plane. You can see a plane out there behind him up in the sky about to land. That's kind of crazy. Never seen that before. Got to turn my graphics down.
Realism's getting a little too much.
Got to turn my graphics down a little bit. That's insane. I thought this was iRacing and not a flight simulator.
Janesville, Wisconsin's own Tim Boyce. I made my little joke about setting him up, knocking him down, and he made the move when it counted, right up the middle. He put it right in the pocket, man.
Well, I mean, he's driving the Go Bowling paint scheme, and looks like he bowled a strike tonight.
Definitely did.
Proud of Boyce, and real proud of Eric Johnson. Johnson pushed Boyce to the wind, no doubt about it.
Yeah, he never got off that rear bumper. Yeah, several guys ended up, in decent positions. Saw a few guys get caught up in some situations, but able to work their way back. Like Jones, we saw him, a lap down almost. He got a great finish out of it. So, congratulations to all these guys.
Yeah, I'm seeing some really good finishes here, and the points are going to be stacked up and looking funky as we head down into Phoenix next week.
The diamond in the desert, huh? That's where we're going?
That's right, where we're going, man. I'm going to like it. I like Phoenix, no doubt about it. All right, so with that being said, let me take us through the finish results for tonight's race. Tim Boyce led 1 lap. Actually, Tim Boyce led a half a lap to bring it to the #1 spot. Eric Johnson pushing him to the win there. Stayed tucked in behind him. Montrose finishing 3rd. Michael Richardson here in 4th. Brian Zemer 5th. Brandon Brock 6th. Christopher Jones in 7th. Carson Youngblood finishing 8th. James Greeny, very nice finish for James. In 9th place, Josh Yarbrough falling back to 10th. Brian Matthews 11th. Josh Newman 12th. Michael Cordray in 13th. William Ligotti finishing 14th. Nice run for him. Jeff Trapasso 15th. Jacob Answorth 16th. Jeremy Ingold 17th. Terry Litweiler 18th. Shannon Donington 19th. And Rob Williams finishing in the 20th spot. Carson Youngblood with the pole. Jeff Trapasso, fastest lap, 48.731. Montrose with the most laps led tonight, 41. And James Greeny up 24 spots from where he started to finish in the 9th position. Fantastic run for James tonight. Kept it clean all night. And yeah, and look at that. Results speak for themselves. Only 2 cautions for 5 laps. So all the racing was done under green flag conditions. I like that. 14 lead, green flag lead changes by 10 different drivers. And no overtimes tonight. I really like that. So without further ado, let's get into our interviews here. We're going to start with the Bulldog. Why don't you go ahead and lead this one off?
Hey, in Montrose, we got Mike McKinnon up here in the booth, buddy. Great run again. Kept yourself up front all night. Trucks looked a little dancy, but you were able to manipulate it, pretty dang well. So tell us about your race there, bud.
What's up, boys? Good to talk to you on a new season. So welcome to the booth, Mike. It's been cool to hear you. Cool to hear you on the broadcast. So I appreciate both of you. Always good to talk to you, Adam. But yeah, no, tonight it was cool. I was sat out the front. I wish I had cruise control button on the car because then I could have just took my foot off the gas for a bit, but no, we had to stay at the front, had to keep our foot planted. I felt good about the strategy in terms of fuel numbers. I knew I could make it even being on the front. So just waited, and the outside lane didn't really get going until the last 10 laps. So in the end, happy to walk away with the P3. I'm just happy to walk away from a super speedway race. So, definitely happy to walk away with the P3.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we saw the move boys put on come up the middle there a little bit, but, great recovery from you, able to, latch onto the back end there. We thought you had something for everybody. But overall, with the update, I've ran a couple of these races. How'd you feel the truck felt? I mean, it's a shorter race than I'm used to seeing, but they looked like they were dancing a little bit more than normal.
Yeah, old Daytona, you got those bumps, but not only that, I think the default steering ratio probably could have gone up a notch to 10-1 instead of 12-1, because it just took you a little bit longer to correct a couple of those wobbles, which is probably just exaggerated that, especially on your screen. But yeah, they were a handful all night, especially with somebody on your bumper. The back of the truck was super light, but it's a stark contrast from last night, where it was hard to build runs, hard to get past people. With the trucks, you could really pull people back and build a momentum on your line if you really wanted to. And I think that's the beauty of trucks. I'll always come back and race these trucks just because of how fun they race. So
yeah, that's what I love about them as well. I'll tell you what, bud, give us your shout outs and let us know who makes this possible for you.
Well, first of all, you guys make this possible with an awesome broadcast. So appreciate you, Mike and Adam. Always appreciate you, Adam, for everything that you're doing on there. So really awesome broadcast. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the admins. It's a great community, and if you're watching and you're not involved, come and race with us. It's a really good group of people. And I also want to shout out the sponsors that make all of this work: Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Auto America Grand Island, Outcast Motorsports Network, Jackie Jones, Sutter Simmons, Dalton Hall Construction, Lulu Road by Tammy Litweiler, Half Moon Designs, Outcast Custom Apparel, and Pinnacle Wraps. And always shout out to the Biff, and I've got to add it now, shout out to Kyle Busch as well. So always going to think of them when we do well. So yeah, shout out to everybody. Oh, and more importantly, shout out to Tim Boyce for getting his first win in Outcast. That's a big one. So big shout out to him, and also a great job to Eric as well for the P2 tonight.
Absolutely, man. Take it easy, buddy. And congratulations on your third place finish.
Yes, sir. Have a good evening, boys. Take care.
You too. All right. Eric Johnson in the booth. Last night, Mike McKinnon interviewed you. Tonight, it's going to be the Glad Dad. Eric, how we doing, buddy?
I get the pleasure of my Glad Dad. What's up, brother?
You know it.
How about them last 10 laps? Are you guys not entertained?
Woo, buddy, we were entertained from the drop of the green flag. Super excited and nervous, man. I mean, the start of all these seasons are just absolutely nerve-wracking. I mean, you don't know what you got. We've got new drivers out here that really performed phenomenally tonight. I mean, we've got a lot of top 10s, top 15s there for some new drivers. First-time winner tonight. I know Tim Boyce is super happy you pushed him to the win, but man, walk us through that chaos there after that restart.
Well, I mean, let's start from the beginning. Great. Hats off to the guys. We got 35 trucks out here at Daytona. Hot track. I mean, she was blazing hot when we got out there. Slick. And this thing was trending about to go full green flag. And, we get up to that second pit cycle, and a little caution comes out, kind of bunches it back up. But, yeah, them last 10, me and Tim were in the Discord, and, we were kind of back there a bit. And I told him, I said, Tim, we got to start going where there ain't. And whether that means the top or the middle, I said, you go and I go with you. And we just worked our way through there, and we were able to get up to the front, and I just locked up with them, had plenty of temp, wasn't worried about that, and just pushed him to the win there.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. But, man, how about a full field of trucks here? This is always the most popular in the Outcast Motorsports. We always start off strong and finish strong. I mean, the last race of last season, we had, 26 drivers for the finale? I mean, this league is phenomenal.
Yeah, I can't thank the league guys, like all our members, enough for coming out. I mean, I think we averaged 25 drivers over 13 weeks, last season. And that's incredible to have a full field come out. show respect, race clean. I mean, like I said, we were making 2 green flag pit stops before we seen our first caution with 35 trucks at Daytona. I mean, when's the last time you ever seen that? And I don't know. That first pit stop was kind of crazy. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Come in and there were some trucks getting out of shape, and I kind of got spun around. And we had a second pack there, and hats off to Dalton and David. I think they were leading that second pack, and we were able to run down the first pack right before that second pit cycle came, and then the caution kind of came out. But that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun out there.
Yes, it was. Well, without further ado, why don't you get into your sponsor shout-outs and any other shout-outs you got, and we'll send you on your way.
Yeah, first and foremost, great win for Tim, getting his first win. Never easy. Glad I could help him get that done. So good win, Tim. Glad to see you up there. And of course, you and Mike up there in the booth, building the chemistry, calling these shots. I know people are loving it. So thank you guys up there with Outcast Motorsports Network calling all the shots. And of course, our main sponsor, across our banner, we got Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. They help us do a lot. We couldn't do anything without these sponsors. Auto America Grand Island, Jackie Jones, Serta Simmons, Dalton Hall, LuLaRoe. We got Half Moon Designs. They're our main sponsor for Monday night. And Drew Kuhn wrapping up some of these cars, making them look good out there. And of course, all these viewers. I see the Twitch chat has just been rocking these last few streams. So thank you, everybody in the chat, talking and giving you guys something to read. And we love to see that.
No doubt, man. All right, good shout-outs as always. And we're going to get first place in here. Thanks to you.
Get Tim in there.
give him his first interview of his Outcast career, and congratulations on your second place finish tonight.
I appreciate it.
All right, take it easy.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. All right. Well, without further ado, let's get Tim Boyce in here. Mike, take it away.
Hey, Tim Boyce, Janesville, Wisconsin's own Tim Boyce. And what a move there toward the end as you guys came up the middle. Tell us about that. I mean, he just kind of told us you guys were in the Discord and you decided to go where they ain't, and you guys really made that work, Tim.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just you get there, everybody's side drafting and your car's moving around. No, I don't hardly anybody took tires, So huge thanks to Eric, and he, like he said, we just had to make a little room, And thank you to all the guys around us. They all held their lines. I think I got into Dalton a little bit, but it was what a great race to everybody in the league. We had 30 some drivers out here.
Yeah, we had 35 guys all night long. Were you caught up in that incident we saw on pit road? Did you get anything with that, like, running in that backpack for a little while? I can't quite remember as we were up front a little bit, but yeah, that was a crazy little bit with one truck spinning, and it really caused havoc.
Yeah, no, I missed that part of that. So,
well, pretty fortunate. Missed a couple things, but I tell you what, Tim, first win ever in the Outcast. That's got to feel great, and it's going to be your first time. You can shout out all your sponsors, all the people that make this happen for you, bud.
Oh yeah, shout out to my wife and my family for letting me be a kid at 52 years old, and all the Outcast crew here. They're all respectful, great racers. Any given day, anybody can win. That's how hard this league is. I want to thank you guys up in the booth. Mike, you're doing a great job gelling with Glat Dad. You rock it all the time. I want to thank Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Outcast, Half Moon Designs, Auto America, Grand Island, D Hall Construction, and Pinnacle Wraps, and Serta Simmons. Maybe Terry can get me a deal on a bet here quick.
Well, there you have it, guys. Yeah, I mean, great run, Tim. First win ever. Congratulations, buddy. We'll see you next week at Phoenix.
Hey, and Tim.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Before you leave, I just want to, take a personal moment to thank you and Jordan for the flowers you sent to the family. We recently lost my father-in-law, who has left a tremendous void in my life. I mean, it's been tough, but during this difficult time, just that kindness made a real difference in my life and in my family's life. And on behalf of them, we just want to thank you both. We truly appreciate it, and we love you guys.
So I'm glad it was a whole group. Just me and Eric kind of talked, and Jordy, and we said we're going to do this, and it was from the whole Outcast. But love you, and people go through hard times, and just let you know that people have you.
I appreciate that, man. It means a lot. It's I don't know how I'm here doing this, man, because personal life is screwed up right now. But
yes, sir. But you got a whole family here that loves hearing you, and the whole Twitch nation, and anytime, man.
That's right, man. Hey, congratulations on your first win, and we'll see you in Victor Lane shortly.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good one.
You too.
All right, folks. Well, that was third place, Ian Montrose. Second place, Eric Johnson. And the winner tonight, Tim Boyce. These guys did a phenomenal job, all 35 of them. It stinks that David Force got caught up in the, in that issue there late and, finishes in 31st place. Bob Redeker, also a new driver, finishing 32nd. Really, those guys were really, really fast and up through the field, but just unfortunate circumstances just took them out of the race right there at the end. But, Mike, what'd you think here of the Outcast Truck Series?
I'm very impressed, Adam. Much more patience than I'm normally seeing out of the guys. The guys played it correctly. We had strategy going, and then we got that little incident, entering pit road, caused that one caution. But as you said, to the new guys in the league, learning how to drive with the veterans there, great speed. They showed patience. They showed, respect. And that's the number one thing on the track. You want somebody to show some respect, and these guys all did it. And I had a blast tonight, man. I must admit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I always have a blast here calling for the Outcast and for my other leagues that we do here on Wednesdays and Friday nights. But I want to give a shout out. It is my duty to do the shout outs here. Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, the title sponsor for the Outcast Motorsports Truck Series here. Lula Robot Tammy, Serta Simmons Betting, Jackie Jones, Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. They make buying easy. Pinnacle Wraps, Auto America in Grand Island. We've got Half Moon Designs, Pinnacle Wraps. Well, I already said Pinnacle Wraps, didn't I? I'm not sure if I did. Outcast Custom Apparel. There's so many sponsors, and sometimes I get tongue-tied doing it. But, yeah, from Mike McKinnon and the Glad Dad, I want to thank you for showing up and showing out once again, keeping us completely fed on the racetrack and in the Twitch stream. And we'll be back Thursday night, or I'll be back Thursday night. I think Mike McKinnon's doing something else.
I might be able to join you that night. I think my plans have changed. If you would have me, I might just come and do it.
Man, that'll be awesome. That'll be awesome. Can't do without my magic Mike McKinnon. Anyway, folks, yeah, we'll be back Thursday night for the Auto America Gen 6 Series. So you definitely don't want to miss that. And then Synergy Elite Truck Summer Series on Friday night. Anyway, folks, this is the Glad Dad with Magic Mike McKinnon, and we'll check you next time. Take it easy. Good night.